playing out just fine, actually. I would like to get a few more carries, a few more plays, so I can spread a few more reps around. But it's working out really well so far.
Last game, Tony Brooks-James was the second running back in behind Royce Freeman. Was that to kind of change up the pace a little bit?
Well, yeah. The thing is with those guys, in my mind, there's no second, third, and fourth guy. Any of those guys can be the guy that goes in to relieve Royce. They all have capable talent, so it's just a matter of kind of what I want to get done as far as putting those guys in the game. Some nights it'll be Taj will be the first guy to go in. Some nights it'll be Kanai, and some nights it could be Tony. So I don't even really know going into the game.
What kind of practicer is Tony Brooks-James? What have you seen him out of practice and his improvements?
Oh, he's a great practice player. He's really smart. He picks up the offense really well. He's gotten really a lot better at blocking. He knows his assignments. He's a solid player.
How does he differ himself in terms of that running back core?
How does he?
He differ himself in his playing style and his running style.
Well, they're all different. Tony's a guy that's got great balance and great breakaway speed. Good quickness, not quite as quick as Taj and not quite as powerful as Kanai. So they all have a little bit different talent to bring to the table.
What is it that you want to get done when you bring Taj in? You talked about different situations for different guys. What's Taj's role?
Well, Taj is a big play guy. He's a guy that's going to sometimes, he's going to lose 5 yards, and sometimes he's going to gain 75. But he's just that explosive kind of guy that can really give the offense a spark.
Because that's probably one of the questions I think we get asked the most is, like, when Taj isn't getting a ton of carries, everyone's like, where's Taj at? Because they see that explosive ability. But is it kind of like weighing that fact that he may lose 5 yards on a play, he may gain 75 on it? It's just a different type of back there.
Well, he's a different kind of guy, and he's younger, and he really doesn't know the offense as well as some of the other guys. So he's going to make some mistakes that maybe some of the other guys don't make.
Coach, do you ever, you're managing guys that all were the stars of their high school teams. Are you ever thinking to yourself, I need to get this guy snaps for his, personal self rather than necessarily for the team?
Well, I'd like to. I understand that, all the guys want to play, and I try to get them on the field and let them have some playing time because they deserve it. They all practice really hard. But I have to evaluate them in practice as far as to what they've done in practice and how well they've done in practice. And the guy who does best is going to play most.
What's having Pharaoh Brown back and completely what it seems like return to form do for your running game?
Well, obviously he's a big guy who can block, and it's going to help us as far as in the running game. And also he's a guy who, when he catches the ball, he can make a lot of yards after the catch. So that takes a little bit of pressure off the running game as far as having to run the ball, and it helps when we do run the ball because he's a good blocker.
It seems like he can be a pretty good kind of point of attack lead blocker for you guys with that size.
Absolutely.
Was Jaylen Brown's block as fun for you guys to watch on film as it was live?
Yeah, it was what? I think he blocked the guy for like about 25, 28 yards. Yeah, it was, and then to see the guy punching him in the face and trying to, that was kind of a funny thing, but, Jaylen kept his poise and did a great job of blocking him.
Have you ever crossed paths with Nebraska as a player or a coach before?
Yes, yeah, well, we played him twice earlier in my career here. Never as a player. Yes.
Okay, and that didn't go very well.
No, I didn't. I've erased that from my memory.
Is that kind of fun, though, how far the program's come from the 80s when you guys were just going there to get a paycheck, basically?
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. Everything's changed since those days, thank goodness.
What are you expecting from them in terms of stopping the run? I know they really emphasized that against Wyoming.
Well, I think it'll be just like they were at Oregon State. It's the same coaching staff. We're seeing the same defenses we saw there when they were at Oregon State. So the plan's pretty much the same as what we would do against the old Beavers.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary.
Uh-huh.
Coach, I'm about to talk to Taj Griffin, so I just wanted a little bit more from you on him. I know you just talked about it a little bit, but tell me about, he's got the special skill set, as all your guys do. Talk about just explicitly what's his game about.
Well, Taj is one of those guys who has great breakaway speed. He's extremely quick. Not quite the physical guy that you'd want in short yardage situations. And because of his size, he struggles sometimes at pass blocking. So that's why I can't have him in there all the time. He has to be a spot player right now, and we're trying to put a little weight on him so that'll help him out a little bit. But again, he's young, and he's gonna get better with age.
Tony seems like he's hitting the hole harder, quicker, making that one decision and going. Are you seeing that from where he was last year till now?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw the game. He bounced the power play outside just the other night, and I said, hey, I want you to hit that thing up inside. But he's gotten better at that because he's gotten a little bigger and he's gotten a little stronger. So that makes a difference. You need that strength and that weight for confidence, because it's not easy hitting that ball up inside, and you got, a bunch of big linebackers plugging the hole.
But Michael, during the game, tweeted that he's the next Michael James or similar guy. Do you see that in Tony? Like similar skill sets can kind of do the same things?
Not really. They're totally different guys. They're just totally different.
Thanks, Gary.